All right, Algebra, welcome back to video 2 for lesson 7.3. This is the more important one, so please pay close attention. What is the product of a plus b times a minus b? So notice here, we have very similar parentheses, but notice one has a plus sign and one has a negative sign. So let's multiply this out and see what happens, right? So let's do the a times the a and the a times the negative b. A times a is a squared. A times negative b is negative ab. Now let's take this positive b and distribute it twice, right? B times a, that's going to be a positive ab this time. And b times negative b is negative b squared. So now when we look to combine those two middle terms, we now have a negative 1ab and a positive 1ab. The negative and the positive will cancel. And you will not get two middle terms that combine, but they will cancel. And you're just left with the first term squared minus the second term squared. We call this a difference of two squares right down here. It is of this form. You need to make sure that you are able to recognize this every day. A plus b, a minus b multiplies into this. So be aware of this as we go forward in today's lesson and this practice assignment. Okay. So what is the product of 5x plus 7 and 5x minus 7? Well, again, you'll see that these are the exact same two parentheses, but one's positive, one's negative. We know that the middle terms are going to cancel, so all this is going to boil down to is 5x squared minus 7 squared. Remember, a plus b times a minus b is a squared minus b squared. Right, this is the difference of two squares. So when you square the 5x, you have to square the 5 and the x. This is 25x squared. When you square the 7, it's going to be 49, and there's a minus sign there. And that is your difference of two squares. All right, next, how can you use the difference of two squares to find the product of 43 and 37? So again here, little quick trick, right? 43 and 37, both of them are 3 away from 40. 43 is 40 plus 3. 37 is 40 minus 3. So notice how I can write each of them using the same two numbers, but one's positive and one's negative. So to find 43 times 37, I'm going to take 40 plus 3 and multiply by 40 minus 3, which is a difference, or it's a perfect, it's going to be our difference of two squares because it's the same two parentheses, but one's positive, one's negative. So this is going to be 40 squared minus 3 squared. 40 squared is 1600, minus 3 squared is minus 9, and that is 1591. So again, another quick party trick. If you can recognize that these two numbers are equidistant from another number. Again, just trying to continue on with your number sense, if you will. Okay, and last but not least, a little word problem here. So this problem says that a graphic designer is developing images for icons. The square pixelated image is placed inside a border that is 2 pixels wide on all sides. If the area of the border of the image is 176 square pixels, what is the area of the image? Let x represent the width, length, and width of the image, right? So here we go. So we have this picture. We need to find what is the area of the border, or I'm sorry, what is the area of the image? We need to find this area inside here. So basically, if you look here, right, the inside dimensions are x by x. So we need to find x, and then to find the area of that square, we need to take that x and square it, right? So that's our goal. How are we going to find x? Well, it gives us the area of the outside border. I'll do it in green. The area of the border is 176 square pixels. That's just this red area. So the area of the border is going to be the area outside minus the area inside. That's what's going to be equal to 176, right? So the area outside is built by the x plus 4 and the x plus 4. So the area outside is going to be x plus 4 squared. The area inside is your x times your x. And that's going to give us our 176. So now right here, if you want to, this is a square of a binomial. So it's going to be the x squared. It's going to be the 4 squared. And then it's going to be x times 4 times 2. Again, you can just write it twice. You could write it like x plus 4 times x plus 4 and multiply it out too, but I'm just trying to get you to use the rule. So this is x squared. This is 16 at the end, and then x times 4 is 4x plus 2, or times 2 is plus 8x. So x squared plus 8x plus 16, that's that part. Minus x squared equals 176. If you try to combine your x squareds, it's a plus x squared minus x squared. They cancel, and now our equation boils down to 8x plus 16 equals 176. We're going to subtract 16 on both sides. 8x equals 160, and divide by 8. And our x is 20. That means the length and width of this image is 20 pixels by 20 pixels. So to find the area here, we're going to take 20 and square it, which is 400. So this image is 400 square pixels big. 400 square pixels. Okay, there we go. So there's our talk on perfect squares and these special cases of multiplying. I hope you do well with it.